Welcome to video number 5, Turning Relationships into Opportunities. This is the 5th in our series of 6 topics to help you use LinkedIn in your job search and career planning. A recruiter I know told me that he always has 2 stacks of resumes on his desk. One really tall stack of resumes he receives from the internet, job fairs, and cold emails, and one short little stack of resumes he receives from people he knows and trusts, his company's employees, and his own personal and professional network. Of course, you want to be in the little stack. So how do you get there? You have to know a lot of people who will refer you to a job if they hear of one. In this video, we'll go through a 3-step process of how to do just that. The first thing you want to do when you're looking for any job or opportunity is to reach out to the people in your network and make sure they're aware of what you're looking for. Simply send a friendly message on LinkedIn asking various contacts if they'd be willing to keep an eye out for the particular kind of job you're seeking. Here's a template to follow when asking someone to network with you. First, mention your connection to the person directly in the subject line so they know who you are. Second, provide a very brief introduction to who you are and why you want to connect. Third, make your ask. Generally, if you're looking for a job, you'll want to ask for general career advice or insight into a particular company or industry. Again, remember, you never want to ask someone directly for a job. And finally, politely thank the person for considering your request. You'll find that if you ask politely and you're focused in your request, that many people will be willing to connect with you and provide some guidance, and you never know where these relationships might lead. Remember also that LinkedIn group members can post job listings to one another. Frequently look at the job listings in the group you belong to, and ask people in your network to keep an eye on the job listings in the groups they belong to as well. LinkedIn also has more formal job listings, which you can find under the Jobs tab in the navigation bar. Enter a search term and your zip code to start, or you can use the Advanced Job Search tab to refine your search by company, location, and other criteria. When you find a job that you're interested in, click the Apply Now button to submit your application. And remember that what makes LinkedIn's job postings different from other job boards is that LinkedIn doesn't just tell you who's hiring, it tells you how you're personally connected to that company through your network. Once you know this, you can reach out to the person you know who's connected to that company and ask for advice or perhaps a referral or recommendation to the open position. When you see the name of a person who's not directly connected to you, click to see who your mutual contact is. Then you can write a note to your shared connection and ask for an introduction. There are no guarantees, but this is a great way to use your network to get your foot in the door of an organization where you don't have a direct connection. What if you see a job listing someplace else, on Google, Twitter, or another jobs website? You can still use LinkedIn to find a personal connection who can help you get a foot in the door at that company. Here's a story of a recent grad who did just that. Eric was a senior at Hamilton College when he was job hunting. He says, "I went to LinkedIn and did a simple search on the name of the company I wanted to work for. Sure enough, the first person who popped up had a second by her name. I pulled up her profile and saw that our mutual connection was someone who had graduated from Hamilton 2 years before me, but I knew him well. I called him up and asked him to connect us. An email was sent out and my resume landed in that woman's inbox. A week later, I walked into a Starbucks in New York City for a job interview with that woman. We hit it off and could not stop talking. It was a perfect fit. What had been months of searching for an in at this company took 5 minutes on LinkedIn to make an amazing connection. And Eric landed that job." If you follow the same steps as Eric, there's one more essential step you must take. No matter how you reach out to people for opportunities, be sure to graciously thank them for helping you with either a LinkedIn message or a snail mail thank you note, and keep each person posted on how your job search progresses. Remember that LinkedIn isn't about amassing a lot of connections. It's about building and maintaining authentic, mutually beneficial relationships. That brings us to the end of video number 5. Be sure to check out the rest of the videos in our Grad Guide video series. Good luck and see you on LinkedIn.